I was partway through that DocuV trailer when I realised two things. I had no longer needed to try hallucinogenics, and I don't love games as much as I used to, at least not the same games I once did. The latter, though, was cemented even more when they had that host who looked vaguely like Lady D punish us, and not in a fun way. But those awards that I only learned after writing this were actually for the games that are being shown specifically at Gamescom. Cemented an internal debate I've been having, you've probably noticed that while I am only a few reviews in, they're all indie games and only one of them involves guns to any real capacity, and mostly they're simulator games. I've been avoiding AAA games because I rarely have anything to say about them anymore. You can only say a fat stack of money is impressive so many times before all meaning is lost. I mean, come on. Don't get me wrong, I know games are insanely hard to make, and I have a massive amount of respect for decent people out there who are making them. What I guess has worn me down, though, is that gameplay loop of fans eat up new game, company does something fans don't like, fans threatens to not buy, next game, company releases a butt shot of character, fans complain butt isn't big enough and is too woke, company releases game, fans buy game, it sells like hotcakes, wash, rinse, repeat. It's like shooting yourself in the foot and then complaining your foot hurts. I'll be the first to admit that pretty much all of the recent allegations against companies are insanely horrible and crappy, but I don't have time or knowledge to go down that path. And since I have no good transition out of that sentence, here's a picture of Duke Nukem Forever, and why I'm overhyped and not against flogging a dead horse. Remember when this was released back in 2011? Fittingly enough, the same year Charlie Sheen mentioned having Adonis DNA in Tiger Blood, which was like 9 years too early, all things considered. The hype over that game was intense. Duke's bag, baby, of John St. John, whose voice, gravelly macho man running around killing aliens, was stealing our chicks, but it was such a letdown. Now look, I didn't pick Cyberpunk to dunk on here for this reason. Yes, Cyberpunk hype was huge, and it ended up being a bigger letdown. Don't believe that had anything to do with the game itself as much as it was the people who financed it. Duke went through, 14, 15 years of development to release as one of the most generic games I can think of, and the less said about that pad on the ship, probably the better. I know there's a whole story behind it, and let's be real, Randy being involved didn't help. I will say, though, I do firmly believe that you could do a fantastic Duke game, but since he owns it, it's going to be a little over 500 words later. And I'll sum it up as this. I'm not excited for AAA games anymore because I'm just tired of seeing the same symbiotic capitalist dance that goes on between the companies and the fans. Seeing the protest sign in one hand and the thing being praised in the other just doesn't make sense to me. So, I'm going to step away. I'm going to play Lawnmower Sim or something fun like that. I'll be back, but in the meantime, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. And check us out playing Red Horizon. It's always fun. I'll see you next time. Cheers.